Hello everyone, what is up? Welcome back to the Darth side of the channel, and as you can see in the background of, in the forefront of this video for you, you can see that we actually managed to grind out the monsters and we're at the end of this quest. I've done a great job. I think I'm ready to help the Guardians trashing the evil tower. Now, this segment of the game is a segment that you sadly will not be able to see for reasons that I'm going to leave in the open. Let's just say that this is not exactly the kind of content that you should be looking at. Right. So now that this little segment that we skipped is over with, we're going to be resting at the inn, which was, by the way, completely destroyed. Let me just point that out to you. We're going to save our game, and we're going to go to bed. Oh, he's full of energy. Woohoo. Wonder how that comes. So we're going to go explore downstairs. We're probably going to find someone to talk to, I don't know. Oh, wow. They did up the guard. Locked, okay. Is there anyone we can go talk to, maybe? Maybe Luciana? Wow, this room is full of weapons now. Hi, Lucy. Oh, right. So this is where they're going to be slightly explaining the true demon cycle. As I explained before, that these true demons are special demons that are truly terrific, and that will ravage the world in 2 to 3 years. This is kind of the scene that you want to read this if you don't know the explanation, but I already gave the explanation, so you don't exactly need it. So we're going to bed, and this is where it kind of becomes creepy. Now these guys, they want to find an elf, and they're doing this by exploring the hospital, obviously. Now, exploring the hospital is one thing, but they do need to find an elf. Now, I did tell you that there was another elf in this hospital earlier on, and, well, that elf is definitely still here. So they're going to go into the room, they're going to find an elf, because apparently that's an elf, and, well, look how it goes. And she died. So now I need to find another elf, and, well, you know, how many elves can there be in one hospital? This is only slightly predictable. Now don't ask me why they don't go for the lower elf, given the fact that the lower elf is also an elf, but whatever. Alright, we want to go to the hospital. Are you sure about that, random? I don't think you're gonna like it, but you know, you're the boss. Let's get to the hospital. I am not one to refute this. Let's go out here. Now the Guardians are not back yet, interestingly enough, but whatever. Thank Leona Hospital. You'll notice everything. No, I didn't. I already have the flowers. Shut up. Okay, so buying these flowers beforehand will make random forget. This only sells the sword. Will make random forget that you already have the flowers, but whatever. You know. Let's just buy 11 more of them. It's not like we care. And then we're going back to the hospital. Whee! Sarah will be happy to see me. Sure. And we can actually go back here and actually go here first. Now you might notice there's actually quite a lot of Guardians left. I thought there would be less. And now we're going to rush back in that super speed mode. And we're going to be collecting our friends, which I think is the most redundant scene in this entire game. Like, why is this necessary? Why not just display it? Why do I have to do it? And this is that fine balance that RPGs have to find between relevance and irrelevant. And I think some of these RPGs do a very bad job of it. Now, it doesn't really matter. I love this game to the core, but I do think that that's... If I had to name one issue with the game, I would definitely pick this. The fact that it's too reliant on you doing stuff instead of just telling us certain stuff, and then suddenly it will tell you nothing of other scenes. Alright, so... Now, I do like the fact that I did mention that other elf, they didn't try to take her. Well, they did, and she's dead too. Alright, so I still can't use the pendant, which means this is still a mandatory section of the game. Now, you gotta go there, and I know that that is very hard to find. It's not very intuitive, and it's not really very noticeable, but that's where you have to go. And then you go down. You can ignore all of this, Where is it? It'll be, yeah, there he is. And then you just gotta talk to this orc. Now, they're just gonna beat this orc up, and then he's gonna spill the beans, blah 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 blah. So you see. And he's going to tell us, yeah, she's in the evil tower, so now we know. Woo! And we can finally use the IV pendants again. So this is why I mentioned earlier that Leanda was going to be a very useful addition if you don't want to use pets, which I don't. Because now Leanda can actually join you in your team, in your main squad. This is also why I did equip her up and didn't equip Sarah up too much. Now as for Luciana, Dwarven Mace, I don't know. The Vaporeon shield is definitely a good shield, so... Sometimes, oh yeah, the Savior's Scarf is obviously the best item for her. So that's Luciana's gear, and Coriol is still unequipped too, so you can actually go ahead and equip the Magnus Fists to him. Now one of the annoying things about Coriol is definitely that he still does not have any better gear. Like, I know there's a way to actually get better gear for him. There's a pretty good way to get Diamond Fists for him, but we're not looking for Diamond Fists. We're looking for weapons. And weapons is something that apparently you're not allowed to find for this guy. Anyways. So the issue... Oh, random is unequipped too? Wow. See, this is what I mean. You always gotta check to make sure that you're not unequipped all of a sudden. Because suddenly you'll be unequipped, stripped from all your armor, and you'll be like, wait, what? Why am I not wearing, I don't know, that item? And then you're like, wait, I'm unequipped. Alright, so let's see. Titan armor is actually better than the diamond armor, interestingly enough. Then we've got the L-Star robe, the Feralic robe, the Pure robe. Now, it's annoying because we do have a Ferritile robe. We also have magic armor, which is apparently even better, a Knight's Botanical shield, mage shields. There is so many items here, and you kind of just don't know which are the good ones. But I will buy one set of magic armor for the pure reason that if it's not better for random, see, it doesn't increase mind power, so it's not going to be that good for random. It's not going to be that good for Leanda either. And let me see how it fares with her. And for Luciana, all of a sudden, it's the best armor there is. So we're going to equip that to Luciana. And at this point, we're actually going to do some selling. Because you might have noticed, if you play this game for long enough, you will have a lot of things that you can just sell without any reprieve. And by a lot, I mean a lot. But you know, we don't like selling things that we want to keep. Now these brutal axes you can definitely sell. You will not need those. The mithril I would keep. Most of these weapons I would keep. You never know when they come in when something like that comes in handy. But then we get to the stuff that you really don't have to keep. Now this stuff, I don't want to sell any of it given it's mine, and we don't have anything else to really sell. We have a lot less to sell than I thought we did, not gonna lie. The Cockatrix feathers, you can sell those. They're worth 3k each. I know that there's someone that actually buys them, but I can't remember who, I can't remember where, and I can't remember why I would care. Plate armor, completely irrelevant. Elfic spear, completely irrelevant. Sanct crown, I know you might want to keep that one. Sequoia bow, completely irrelevant. This is written in unknown language, which means it's worth 8k. Sell it. Like, that's all you can do with it. Now, these things are sellable too. Then a metal scimitar, obviously, and this is one of the things. If you can't equip it, if you want to equip it right now because it's not the best item you have or something, then trust me when I say you're not going to equip it at any later point either. That is just how it works. You won't. Okay, so once that's done, we now know where to go. The Evil Tower. Now, before we go to the Evil Tower, you could technically do anything else you want, I think. Yeah. We can go here first if we want to. We don't want to, in general. It's kind of a choice that you have to make for yourself, and it's a pretty annoying choice because the question is really, do you want to be doing the side quests or do you want to be doing the main quest first? Now, there are pros to both, and the downsides to not doing the main quest is that you obviously don't have Sarah, and not having Sarah is generally not really all that useful. Because you do definitely want to have Sarah with you. So, in that sense, there's definitely a lot of arguments pro and against both sides of this argument. Now, in general, we did miss a couple quests earlier. We did miss a couple things that we could have done earlier. You know, it kind of depends on when you want to do them. I don't mind doing them without Sarah, but you kind of do want to do them with Sarah. So, you know, we're just going to enter the Evil Tower. We're going to get Sarah, and then before we finish the quest, we're going to do the rest so that we don't miss anything. Or as little as possible. Now, the Guardians, this is kind of in the past. Now, we're going to see that these Guardians think that they're actually having the upper hand, and then they actually meet the army that they're faced with. Now, this looks kind of small at first, right? Just a couple dragons. Now, a lethal dragon, they're very, very, very strong. And they actually realize that they cannot win this, so they want to retreat. But no, you don't. And basically, this is where all these Guardians die. Yeah, that's how it goes. They die. There is nothing you can do to save them. Because these are effectively lethal dragons, mythic dragons. They're all kinds of special dragons, which very few people survive against to begin with, let alone kill. They might notice, like, only Random actually took solid damage from this. Which is kind of painful, because Random is supposed to be the main character. Well, Leona took decent damage too, but you know. These Cupidons, I don't know, they're weak, just kill them. Now, one fair warning, there is a save point here. And then you gotta enter, and this is the most annoying part. Now we're going to see that they want the elven girl, which is Sarah obviously, and they're going to want to do experiments on her. That speaks for itself. And she can't cast spells because of well, you know. She can't escape because they're using some kind of magic to stop her. Probably one of those bracelets, you know. Let's see. So we're in the Evil Tower right now. And, well, that's basically all there is to it. Now, the Evil Tower is a pretty annoying place to navigate. Not because it's difficult, not because the enemies are strong, but because it's kind of a confusing place to be. It's definitely not the most intuitive place. A lot of the things that you have to go and explore are not exactly logical, and the order in which you have to explore them is not really all that good either. Basically, it's a very good dungeon, and definitely a dungeon that we're going to be stuck on for a while because of the sheer amount of encounters. Now, Horatia will actually help us and tell us where we can find Sarah, and that is the first thing that we want to do, because after that we can just get out of the tower, I think. Now, Horatia says that Sarah is this way, so we're just going to go this way. So this is the encounter that you're going to get the most, an Orc Lord and a Tie Guard. They're not a strong combination, but they do have a lot of health. Like, they can tank a couple hits, so you know, don't underestimate them too much. Now luckily we do have plenty of healing items here. So we're going to be reviving Leanda first, and then we're going to be finishing off this enemy. Except Leanda's gonna die again, okay. Please revive Leanda. No? Okay. That was a bit bad, but whatever. So we're going to be reviving Leanda and Luciana. We're going to use whales to recover their health, as always. And at this point you actually have a couple choices. Now these choices are only factual choices, because you have to make the right choice to be able to continue the game. Luckily, in general, these choices aren't too difficult, and the baseline is you have to explore the entire area. Which, honestly, in an RPG like this, you should always be doing anyways. So we're going to do that, and you're going to see there's a chest here, egress certificate. They want to be sure that you're able to leave the area. And then Barik's talisman. I'm actually not sure if that's an equipment or not. I don't think it is. Yeah, I think that's an item that you can use. Here we go. Pure Corolla. Anti-dark. I have no clue what that does. I think it boosts like your dark resistance or something. I don't know. Found a medikit. Now you can actually go in here, and this is going to be a spider lair. Now you might be thinking, why the hell would I want to go into a spider lair? Well, the answer is pretty simple. You want to go in here. Trust me on this one. Now the issue with the spider lair is, yeah, you can't actually fight these things. You have to avoid them. But you move very slowly here. Now you'll notice there is a horde of Lycos, a horde of Lycos, a horde of Lycos, and then the queen of Lycos. So this is the skill that the medalist actually taught us. Then we're going to use random P-Bolt, Sacred Sun, Turquoise Tornado, and Bomber Y. These things deal so much damage. The odds that all of your characters actually survive in the first turn is like 0. Just saying. And then Bomber Y should hopefully finish some of them off. It doesn't. Okay. So on a scale from bad to very bad, this is like ridiculously bad. I hope you realize. Because it's not like we can actually do something. Luciana's back, that's cool, but these Lycosis are still not dead, so unless Bomber Y kills them. What are you supposed to do? Okay, they're running away, that's nice, but I'm dead. All my characters are dead. What are you supposed to do against those things? I did it again. I did it again. Anyways, that's gonna be the end of this video, because we died once again at the end of the video. I'll meet you guys up next time, and we'll be clearing that spider nest. Now, I do have some ideas of how to take it on, but I don't think that it's actually necessary to do right now. So we'll see if we can save Sarah first, then do the side quests, and then come back to the Evil Tower to see what we can do. See y'all next time. This was Darth out of the channel. Hope you guys enjoyed.